All right, folks. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's fine, and we're moving along real good. I'm gaining more subscribers than I ever imagined, and I do want to start off by saying I appreciate your support, and I didn't think I'd have that many this quick, and so I'm truly thankful for that. Um, what is August 16th already, or 17th? Summer. Um, I invite you to come have a cup of coffee with me, and I'll slurp away here. I hope it doesn't get anybody aggravated. Sammy the Bull Gravano, and I did that one. Yeah, it's a good thumbnail. It's a good thumbnail, and it attracts the views and stuff. But Sammy the Bull has a big channel, and God bless him. And he it's all entertainment. I want to say that first and foremost, it's all entertainment. And I do the video because I want to present some kind of entertaining thing here, and it's all entertainment because everybody's a hustler. So he's able to have a big channel, and I know a lot of the stuff he's saying on there is complete. Mike Francis is totally right when it was on Vlog, and Sammy the Bull and Mike Francis were going at it. Now, I knew Mike Francis a little bit long time ago, and my godfather knew Sammy the Bull. And let me tell you one thing, Mike Francis is right. Forget about Vlog and all that hyped up production and everything else. Mike Francis is totally correct on everything. As far as the mafia things concerned, and just a person in general, as a human being in general. I was mixed a little ways because I was a little aggravated about some certain things that happened and everything else. But my godfather used to say a long time ago, even when I don't even believe Sammy the Bull was high profile, that he was just a scum. He was scum. He was so slick that if there's different families and different things, and like Sammy the Bull played John Gotti like a fiddle. He would say, "Yeah, John, so and so was talking smack, or did move, and then that move." And there was no other witnesses or anybody to corroborate any of that. So John Gotti just forgave any of their families, people that were close to them. And my connection's unstable, but we're going to keep going. So it's just it was like a rodeo, and it was insanity. He was pulling John Gotti's strings, and John Gotti was a hothead. And then other people came out later and was like, "No, that never happened. Didn't they even check up on that?" Well, now the guy's dead, and then they don't want to give his family any money. And it was just like, "Hey, Sammy, you're that ruthless, bro? That ruthless? You remember things. You remember what you had for breakfast 40 years ago, 50 years ago, and then you're testifying with all these minutes and the 301 that you could get the minutes from the freedom, and then you're perjuring yourself. Why were they protecting you even before you were the world's rat? Why were they protecting you like that before you were a rat, before you were the rat?" And then you get up there, and God bless you, you tell good stories, but you're fabricating all that stuff. And you couldn't remember what all this stuff, and you're talking in circles, and you never got life, and you did worse. You weren't a valuable witness to them. What kind of game was the FBI playing? I mean, sometimes you just gotta I mean, the FBI could have played dirty ball. Oh, Joe Public doesn't understand and realize how they can manipulate things and how many gangsters they had in their back pocket and everything else. But Sammy the Bull got up there and talked in circles, and he was incriminating other people or whatever, and he was going to John Gotti and justifying these types of hits. And then he would go and extort businesses, big, powerful businesses. And I want ownership. You give me ownership, or whatever happens, happens. So if you didn't play ball with Sammy the Bull, he'd take your business and kill you. And that's all there was to it. And they would put the businesses in other people's names and everything else. And all that, he never got picked up. He never got picked up. You got families, normal businessmen, big corporations in New York. He was and strong arming them, taking over the corporate business, their names, and it was sheltered. And you could run that long without somebody saying this or that. Dad's missing. This guy took over our business, multi-million-dollar business. Dad's missing, and all this guy's in there. How could you run that long? How could you run that long? Multiple million-dollar businesses. He strong-armed or extorted them. If they went along, he extorted them. And he had millions and millions of dollars sitting behind the scenes everywhere. And then he'd open up legitimate businesses to try to show that that was the income, like a dress shop or something like that, or something else. It's like, really? How could you rumble that long? Felonies left and right. Sammy the Bull, I believe, was a rat before he was the high profile rat. And he took people down, he manipulated them, and some people took the bait, some people didn't. There's a lot of people who are sitting down afterwards going, that ain't true. This guy got murdered, this guy got hit, this guy got hit. And you don't want to go to John Gotti and say, oh, well, that's right, because then you're going to get whacked. So it was a crazy time. It was, yeah. And then he admitted to one murder. FBI knew, then there was 20 murders, 40 murders, 60 murders, but then he only admitted to one, what was ordered. It's all convoluted. And if people like look and then go, oh no, then everybody's contradicting each other, because that was the information that was presented out to the public, and people go in and research the minutes and everything else, and there's still a lot of question marks. So that's the animal, for lack of better words. That's an animal that it was deliberate and intentional to leave people guessing. What that don't make sense. How this happened, and you could get the records from the testimonies and all that stuff, and then some of the stuff submitted, and then he's lying. A DA knows, and it's like this crazy game. Because when they have an ulterior agenda, and they got one goal in mind for a person or something like that, they will dirty whatever they have to do. The FBI guy like Sammy will do whatever they gotta do. I heard that the FBI even ordered gangsters to do hits. They wanted people out like, well, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know if it's a fact, but the FBI wasn't squeaky clean by no means. Not even close. They had a goal, but for whatever reason it was, political, personal, or money, Whatever it was, when they had that goal, there were no rules when they wanted to do it. And they used people in the court system, the judicial system, they used them like pawns. And then they even pitted people together or against each other. They pitted people against each other and everything else. And, you know, oh, somebody said this about you. You got a green light. Yeah, we've been watching them. Go hang out here. They do this. This is a good time to go whack them. Do you guys believe that that might have happened? What are your perceptions of the FBI and Sammy the Bull Gravano and all this and that? There's no rules. No extra rules. Forget about all the ethics and loyalty and all of that kind of stuff. There's no rules. There's no rules. You got the FBI on your side. You got more power with you. He ran loose, he ran free. And Mike Francis, when they did that sit down with Vila and they were going back and forth and they wanted to fight and everything else. See, Mike Francis knew behind the scenes information. He knew what was at play. He knew the manipulation of that would happen with John Gotti. Yeah, John Gotti was no altar boy. He might have been a savage or whatever like that. But Sammy the Bull was filling his head with a lot of crap. And then he was just a hothead and he would just go do whatever he did. Never gave no money to any of the families. He's whacking his own friends. He knew he was very intimate with the families. They never got any money. You're on your own. Too bad. He was extorting from people and businesses, $1 million businesses, leaving them out in the street. And while that's all going on, how does the guy should be doing 700 years in prison? YouTube channel. Things that make go, Sammy the Bull, in my opinion, is one of the most psychopathic, crazy, like when you watch him tell his stories, he's in that psychopathic, compulsive mind. And then when he'll do an ad, now if there's anybody in anybody or just common sense, and you see a person's posture and behavior when they're speaking. So he does all these stories and he remembers so eloquently and he tells a great story and he knows all the details, but then he'll do this ad on his channel and he has to read 3 sentences and then it's like a different person talking because that's his alter person. That's supposed to be a real comfortable ad. Go buy whatever product, blah, 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 blah. Go buy the product. And it's like sounds like a different person, which should be, he speaks these eloquent stories, and then he can't do a 3-sentence, 2-sentence ad because that's not reality to him. He's in this world. See, the ad is a different world. It might sound crazy, folks, but psychology and behavior, that ad is a different world. And it's not fixed and set up where everything's a total lie. Everything's just a lot of manipulation. His mind is programmed. That's his DNA mind. That's his default mind. And then to go, read from a thing here. Go buy the car wax and blah, 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 and everything else or this kind of stuff. He can't articulate that out where he's, in this other mind, it's 2 sentences, bro. Why are you so hemmed up? I mean, the very basic, simple words. I'm sure you know how to read them. So you could see it. His mind is so programmed into calculation, manipulation, and falsehoods that something just natural and easy. It's like every 2 sentences. I mean, I know I'm nitpicking, but A lot of times when you're, whether you're watching these channels, entertainment, getting your entertainment stories out of them, that's fine. But the people that are trying to scrutinize and everything else, and they're really analyzing and seeing if they're true or false, I say, well, I'm tired of figuring, I know he's lying. I know he's lying. Of course, I said I'm tired of all that. It's entertainment. These guys were gangsters. Of course, they're going to lie. They've been lying their whole life. Okay. But, they're up there as a person and they're just talking anything they could pull out of the air. So, I mean, it's entertainment. So he's a good liar. God bless him, but the selective memory that he has, where he's given details, and like he said, that guy was running that kid when he was justified. A lot of people are pissed off that he killed a kid. Don't quote me, but a kid was running at his car, and then on his channel, he made up a story. The kid was running up a car with a shotgun, and then he had to blast the kid or something. And then the FBI only listed it as somebody's first name in the record. The FBI only listed it as somebody's first name in the record, but I guess there was witnesses that said he was walking down the street and they just pulled up next to him, told him come here to the car, and they blew his brains out. So it's fun. The record, there's contradicting stories because he didn't want to be viewed as just a homicidal nut that would just kill his killer or whatever like that. I don't know. There's two sides to every story. But when you start taking a lot of information here or there, then it's up to you to make your decision. If you really care about it, maybe just hear the stories, whether they're true or false. That's fine. That's fine. But Mike Francis and Sammy the Bull don't like each other. And then, I respect you, but I don't like you. No, they don't like each other. They don't respect each other. That's just for views, for VLOD and all that crap. Value Entertainment, or VLOD, VLAD. He's got a big channel and he interviews everybody under the sun, high profile people. But Mike Francis would manipulate like that for murder and fill people's heads up with lies, and they're getting whacked and their families aren't getting any money, and all these people are getting extorted out of everything but their socks, and their businesses are being taken over. That's just, there's gangsters. There's gangsters and personalities and stuff like that are just, cold-blooded killers. But you have to draw a line in some places when it comes to certain matters. Because if you violate certain things like that, you're done. How do he just have carte blanche? I don't know. You guys figure it out. I just wanted to relate a story and get that in there. And you get information here and there, and I try to talk to some old timers and stuff that I was back around here or there. And, it was a long time ago. And then you try to piece things together, and you might come to a conclusion that could be right or wrong. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm just putting out for you. And if you're aggressive enough or curious, go back and look up records and see for yourself. And all information on this mafia crime families. I'm not the end all of information on all that. I was nobody. I was nobody. I wasn't. Maybe I wasn't. Nothing like that. I just get secondhand information from a million years ago, here and there, and got eyes to see and make my judgments. Somebody could be trying to fill my head. I don't be a sucker. So take this stuff with a grain of salt. But in my personal opinion, Sammy, manipulator, psychopath, his whole life. So it's not that far-fetched to see that how he rolled. Mike Francis was more of a business-minded guy, money, and he has more of a heart and soul than Sammy and a lot of other people. So I was a little critical of Mike stuff, things that happened back when or whatever, and it's just that life. You're going to get pissed off about things. You're not going to like things, but that's just that life. And I shouldn't maintain that and hate on him where Francis was way more of a stand-up guy. And whatever actions he had with the FBI or this or that, but whatever, who knows. But he wasn't just making up stuff, getting people whacked left and right, and then leaving their kids out in white. They're all hungry. You gotta have a certain evil day in you to roll like that. So it is what it is. And I want to do the next video about the character from Goodfellas. Robert De Niro portrayed Jimmy Conway, who actually went to prison in Attica when later on down the road when I was visiting somebody else, and Jimmy Conway was in there. The Robert De Niro, Robert De Niro portrayed him in Goodfellas, and I'm going to do a video about that and a little backstory about that character, Jimmy Conway, that Robert De Niro played in the movie. There's crazy backstories that you'll never see. I mean, Nick Pileggi and Scorsese did the film and from the book, and then they Hollywood it up, but the behind the scenes stuff that the public never knows. It was such one of the biggest mafia movies ever made, but people don't really know what went on behind the scenes. Interesting Scooby snacks, for the public that might be interested in that kind of stuff. And so I'm going to do that, the backstory. James Burke, the Robert De Niro played him, Jimmy Conway, and how he grew up and his trajectory and path to the point where he reached that part, that time in his life when they did the Lufthansa heist and they robbed all that millions and millions of dollars, the biggest heist in the history of America. And what was how Jimmy Burke came up and everything. So I'm going to check that out a little more and get a little more information. I do know a lot of information on that, and put that together next time. So I keep rolling along. Holy cow, folks. I'm going up. I think I got 40 now subscribers. So I don't know if you like the video. And I never used to say this that much in the other videos. Share it, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. It's that easy. Come on and sit down and have a cup of coffee with me. I don't bite. I like to laugh. I like to joke around. I like to tell interesting stories. And I also like to motivate, help people and rise them up, not to give up hope on stuff, okay? So I like to give you a little inspiration. It's a daily devotion. It's just one a day for the year. It's a paragraph. And raise your psychology up, raise your spirituality up. People are struggling out there with a lot of different things, depression, mental health illnesses, a lot of stuff. People are struggling. And let's try to raise our spirit up a little bit, whether it's a tree, a rock, or Jesus. You got to figure a way how to raise your spirit up. I don't want my viewers to be turned off to think like I'm a Bible, all this and that. Yes, I believe in the precepts and theories and foundations of the Bible because it's just basic, trying to have good human nature. So it shouldn't be a turnoff. So if it's a turnoff, I don't want you here anyways, okay? I'll be honest with you. If it's a turnoff, I want you here anyways. Take a walk, okay? Take a walk. But when you're in a crisis, don't go begging to God that you need a favor, all right? Forgive me, folks, but sometimes I gotta get off my breath, all right? I mean, off my chest, off my breath. Jeez. All right. Now this is Jesus, boom, 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 and it's devotion. Give you a little hope. So meet me in early morning splendor. I eagerly await you here. In the stillness of this holy time with me, I renew your strength and saturate you with peace. Okay? Peace, level, peace of mind, good psychology, peace, peaceful day. Don't stress, about certain things. While others turn over for extra sleep or anxiously tune into the latest news, you commune with the creator of the universe. Yeah, people are tripping about all this stuff, the latest news, and this. When you sit and chill in peace, you commune with the creator of the universe. I'd rather be doing that. I want to be hooked up to the real deal. I have awakened in your heart strong desire to know him. I have a desire to know him now. I did before a little bit too. This longing originated in me, though it now burns brightly in you. Okay, when you seek my face in response to my love call, both of us are blessed. This is a deep mystery designed more for your enjoyment than for your understanding. We don't understand all the stuff of God, and people sit there and go nuts and try to figure it all out. But our God who discourages pleasure, I delight in your enjoyment of everything that is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, admirable. Think on these things, and my light in you will shine brighter day by day. So, folks, when we can receive that comfort and that light and chill and don't trip on the world universe, I'm chilled out, cool, calm, and collected with God, and that light is shine on me or you, then what do we do with that light? We transfer the light over. Give me the light, and I could shine a little light on other people that might be struggling. And so more or less, maybe that's what I might do here. Let me shine this light. Hey, I'm seeing comments. Thank you, Leon. The trench coat's back. Hey, what's up? He's saying hello to Leon. Holy cow, man, I'm rising up here. I'm rising up. Thank you, folks. And even if you talk about me, it's okay. At least you're watching and you have a right to your opinion. Smack. But, Russell Buffino. You mean Russell Buffalino? Was it Russell Buffino? Well, thank you. Thank you, Leon. I think it was Russell Buffalino. Buffino? I don't know. My memory gets shot sometimes. But I'm looking at the comments over here. Forgive me for ignoring them. I don't think I was ever able to have real-time comments. I just reached 40 subscribers. Maybe at that point, at that apex, you're able to do that. But I'm excited about that. It ain't a big panel, but we have fun here. We have fun. And I don't think them guys got anything on me. It's all entertainment. I'm confident. Thank you, Colt. I like real people. You see gangster channels and all this shit. I'm a spiritual channel. I'm still living. I'm alive. I dodged bullets. I dodged a lot of stuff. I'm happy here. It ain't no put down like, well, that you're a little this and that. Whatever. No, that means you're real. You're authentic. authentic. You know, I don't want to be a tough guy. I want to be a nice guy. But Leon trench coat, soul's trench coat. Well, you're gonna get a soul trench coat, but thank you. I'll accept hate comments. I'll accept hate comments. Everybody's got a right to their own opinion. That's all. I'll accept it. So, you know, Jimmy, you're on there. I'm getting interaction. I'm getting interaction on here now. I reached 40 subscribers. I'm getting interaction. Leon Swan and the soulless trench coat. I'm getting interaction. You could put bad comments in here about me. That's all right. Everybody's got a right to their own opinion. But go back and look at some of the other videos. If there's other viewers, there's other people that'll still view this later on. And Trenchy, all right, I'll do that. Yeah, I used to like the nicknames they had. You know, these guys that I used to roll with. They all had these cute little nicknames. Like, geez, you know, crazy guys had like a cute little nickname. It's like, the cuter the nickname, that was like the worse the dude was, the crazier he was. So yeah. Well, I'm very excited, folks. I reached a milestone. 40 subscribers gets you interaction chat. Wow. I'll have 50 subscribers, and I'm never going to get monetized for money and all this and that. You know about my history with drugs, and then I overdosed and came back. And I put a lot of credence in the spirituality of my channel. And I'm just trying to do entertaining stories, keep people in there. And you know, I put Sammy the Bull Gravano in the thumbnail. It's going to attract views. Or the FBI and Mike Francis. Yeah, it's going to attract views. I got to be a little smart and savvy and everything. And figure it out. Yeah, it's a little underhanded, but I know things about them guys. I know things. It's all entertainment at the end of the day. That's all it is. It's just all entertainment. So, you know, this guy's lying, that guy's lying, that. They're gangsters. They're not altar boys. They're gangsters. And all these channels are trying, you know, Mike Francis is more of a stand-up guy than Sammy the Bull Gravano all day long. My godfather dealt with both of them. And in his older years, even before the social channel, I used to try to pick his brain all the time, and it made him crazy. But he opened up on a lot of things later on in life. And I know personally that kind of stuff on these two guys. I never thought I'd have a YouTube channel years later and everything, but that seems to be the trend, and people got mafia channels and all this garbage. Yeah, so I try to do the spiritual stuff, give tribute to my creator. Might not be what you believe is your creator, but I'm not going to push that down anybody's throat. And I did stories about, you know, I did non-mafia stories and stuff like that. I wasn't a big player in that. I wasn't a big player. I'm not going to claim to be something I wasn't. I was in the mix, just doing a couple of just lower, you know, go get some bread and milk, you know, errand boy. That's all. Go do this, go do that. Lowest level, nothing. I don't mean nothing. You know, I was liked by most of the people. And whatever I had to do, I did it good. So I was very smart. But I'm totally amped up. It's not from the cup of JoJo. It's because I got 40 subscribers and I can interact with the chat. Wow. That's really cool. And what do you like to go by? Let me think. There's a lot of people that actually go to the 1s and 2s for documents from the FBI, but a lot of it's redacted and blacked out. And it's like you're going for the Freedom of Information Act, and it's half the pages are blacked out. And well, how am I going to get the true juice if it's all blacked out? But a lot of the stuff in minutes are in there that you can decipher and get a little understanding. But it could all be bull crap also, because the FBI didn't play that straight a lot of times either. People would not believe me, or if anybody else said things about what the FBI did and what they were involved in, Joe Public would not believe it. That's their business. No, Trenchy, I've been going live for a long time. I've never had two people. I got 3 thumbs up. I've never had 2 people actually I could see watching me right now. Maybe 6, and then it would drop right down to 1. But I think I reached a threshold where the dynamic of my channel, the settings of my channel allows this now. So it's open for that. Unless nobody ever wanted to chat with me for 4 months. Jeez. But I'm up to 40, and I'm just like, I like doing the entertaining stories, but I try to raise people up. If you've seen my videos, I try to raise people up. Don't give up. You know, don't lose hope. Rise up. Yeah, and don't give up. Don't give up. Life gets crazy, so I try to throw that in there. Yeah, it's a great. Do you have a channel, Trenchy? I appreciate your encouragement. And that's what I like. I like that. That's valuable to me. Real people interacting, you know, in unity. That's all. I tell mafia stories about that. I'm not a tough guy. Not a tough guy. No. I'm reading spiritual devotions from the Jesus Calling book, trying to raise people's psychology, trying to raise their spirituality up, because life, like I say, the world is a vampire. It'll chew people up. And at least just raise our mentality and and if your spirituality also, that's fine. That's fine, you know. So I wasn't gonna do a video today, but I'm pumping them out, and I reached a milestone, and that's nice. That's nice. Do a video about Burke, like I said earlier, James Burke, who was, you know, and old timer all dying off. There's not a lot of people around that can try to ask them some questions. These guys were older than me. They got to live to and stuff. Yeah, that's true, Trenchy. You gotta, you know, when the world comes at you, you know, what are the tools we can use to, you know, pick ourselves up and get out there? And we just want to live a fruitful, healthy life. And if people are going for that, that's cool. Some people just don't care. They're robots, tunnel vision, and they're just going with the flow like robots. They believe everything they see and hear on TV, and they're just robots. Lead them to the slaughter. That's all. They will walk right into the burning building if that's what they believe and they're told. Like, okay. No, I want thinking people. You don't have to believe my stories. You have to promote thinking on this stuff. Sammy the Bull, he ran wild and everything else. And of course, she's entertaining. But behind the scenes, as a human being, no. I mean, so people have the choice to think what they want, watch who they want, and everything. I don't have to bash him or do this or that. Yeah, I'm bashing him. I'm bashing him. But I understand that it's just all a hustle. It's all a hustle. It's got these. It's not any big shit that people are psychopaths in organized crime. That's not some far-fetched concept. that you just got straight up psychopaths that been lying and killing their whole lives. That's not revelation. It's common knowledge. Wow, I am psyched. Jimmy James, my great brother in Florida, give a shout out to him. This is my channel. Oh boy, I just have fun. I have fun. My eyes are sensitive. Guy. And I'll get all right. So let's have fun. Let's have fun. Let's learn how to enjoy. All right. Maybe I'm a little mature at times. I don't have a filter, okay? But what you see is what you get. And excuse me. Well, this has never happened. I had actual live people on here, and I also said the like button got hit. Wow. I think we might have 50 subscribers by Christmas at this pace. So the analytics on my channel are telling me I'm way ahead of time. And it's like, well, I appreciate the 40 subscribers, but they're saying, historically when people started out and everything, and then they're building up. But if I'm on a faster pace, it's all right. I'll never be monetized to make money. Let's just raise up, me entertain you, spirituality in there, have a little fun. I sit here in that room by myself. Come on. Just sometimes 0 people. So, all right. Okay. It's all good. You can't laugh a little in life. Thanks, Trenchy. That's what it's all about, It's people are afraid of themselves because they're afraid of being judged, and we gotta act a certain way, and we might fall short of what people expect of us, and we all want to be accepted. We don't want to be judged harshly, and then we get too nuts thinking about it, and then all of a sudden we're off track, even thinking about our true self. I know I'm rambling on, but I haven't been in the spot. I got to watch live at 43 minutes, where I'd get 2 within the first minute, and then it's just one channel. When you start doing your video, there's a moderator that comes in, and then the moderator jets. And it's like 0 watching, and then I upload the video, and then it gets the views afterward. But in real time, this is monumental. This is a historical moment for a couple of JoJo. Yep, Trenchy, there it is in a nutshell. I was given extra bonus time to live and everything. So it's like, God brought me back. The least I can do is try to be entertaining. You got to reel people in with entertaining stories. Because if I just did the Jesus calling every day and I didn't tell any other stories, it'd be crickets. So I get to integrate it in there. And if I can get a couple people that were just interested in the stories to actually think about spirituality a little bit, then that's a bonus. That's a little cherry on top. So I got to tell the stories, because if this was just a Jesus calling channel, people aren't interested. People aren't interested. So I gotta marry the two. Jesus talking about gangster blood stories and talking about spirituality. Well, that's life. That's life in blood, spirituality, whether it's Allah, Jesus, or whatever. I don't want people to just grow into robotic human beings. Life is short. We ain't gonna live forever. Life is short. I was dead once. I came back. I gotta do some good here. So, that's You guys got your cup of coffee? God bless. I actually ran into a subscriber at a restaurant yesterday. Thank you, Joey R. Joe R. Good man. Good man. My channel's booming. They're coming at me in the streets. I watch your I value you, Joe R., just as much as whatever. I value that. Mm-hmm. I got Trenchy. You know, then they'd say my channel was suspect. A cup of JoJo. Well, a cup could be anything. A cup of JoJo, you view in, you don't know what's in the cup today. It could be any story about anything. So you never know what you're gonna get. But I'm being a little, piggybacking the thumbnail for the big names. And them guys are telling stories. Well, I could tell little stories about some things I knew here and there. They lied through their teeth. But Mike Francis was Mike Francis I put way over Sammy the Bull Gravano. Period. But it doesn't mean if I saw Sammy the Bull Gravano, I wouldn't say, let's have a cup of coffee. I'm just interested in crazy, wild stories. That's all. I don't care to prove I'm right or wrong. It's entertainment from Gangsters. And they went around back and so critical about everything. Yeah, I might have been a little critical at the start. Was talking a little, but he's a way better guy in my opinion. Sammy the Bull's just yeah. Francis tax scheme that Mike Francis from the Colombo family, he ran a tax scheme that generated $500 million. He made more money on a scheme and racket than all the gangsters put together. Mike Francis, he has a channel, YouTube channel. And when I was running errands and doing this and that, I came upon these people in the mix of things and had some dialogue. But he was the richest, most successful, as far as money's concerned, gangster ever. And you all know Sammy the Bull, you know all his history. But Mike Francis stayed low profile all the way up until he started doing his YouTube channel. And that's Mike Francis. He was into, they're all into rackets, all the traditional elite, the gambling, the bookmaking, and, different methods of making money. It's all the same script. Extortion, hijacking, all kinds of different crimes that generate money. But he came up with the biggest backstory to that the general public doesn't even know about the backstory of. The Russians actually were into that. But Mike Francis was so smart and knowledge to implement that across all the gas stations and everything else and how to set it up and that. So we jumped in, but it was actually the Russian mafia that people hear about. And you didn't want to mess with them people either. And so that's that. So Mike Francis, and he does spiritual. He's spiritual on his stuff, but he's a great storyteller. I don't have to sit up here and bash him or not. He's got a channel. He's a great storyteller, and I guess he's found Jesus and stuff, and that's all fine and dandy. We're all getting older, and it's supposed to be hush hush. Everything about organized crime. Now we've got channels. We got channels and speaking about it because the people just eat it up. There's an insatiable appetite for organized crime stories in America and probably the world. I guess it's just entertaining, and they like the blood and guts, and they like the interesting stories. They're like nerdy rhymes. They're like, mommy and daddy, read me a book before I go to bed at night. Well, once upon a time in a faraway land, there was so-and-so, and they did and you just eat it up. You eat it up and you eat it up. And that's all right. That's okay. So I try to get content on here, and I fly by the seat of my pants. I might have a note here or there because sometimes my memory gets a little whacked out. I have memory problems a lot of times. Go ahead, Trenchy. Go ahead, bro. You could ask, fire away. Be my first question, never asked. This is a historical moment. You can. Oh, Leo, I'm fine. I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. You know what? I don't have a lot, but I'm things I have. And I'm not pissed off about the stuff I don't have. I was dead for an hour and a half. I'm back. And I dodged death a lot of times in my life, either from health reasons or other situations. I dodged it. I'm happy that I got breath and a roof. And I joke about my junky car. I'm not no high profile rich dude running around and all this and that. There's no shame in my game. No, because I was never involved in any of it. I was never, I just trying to remember old stories about this and that. I didn't participate in none of that crap. Participate in it. That's all. Participate in it. I would, they just say, by association or this or that. Well, what would be the foundation of it? But that's a very legitimate question. Then Sammy's talking about murders left and right and everything else. These people are talking about stories. But I just put it out there and this and that, and that's about it. If they got to worry about little old me with some stories from a million years ago, wow, they got too much time. But all the people are dead. I think we just had a skip in the video. Nah, everybody's dead. Jeez, there's no witnesses. There's no nothing. Everybody's dead. You got a couple channels of ex-gangsters. They're rocking and rolling, and that's it. They found a platform where they could speak their piece, and that's how it goes. But I present a different type of panel where I know from secondhand information and he said, she said, and everything else. And then I just try to interpret it and then relate it back in an entertaining way if I can pull it off. Maybe not, but that's all. I'm nobody in that world. No. My godfather was. I was born in Brooklyn. My godfather was. I had a couple cousins in Brooklyn that whatever, I didn't see them all the time. They were in federal prison a lot, but stuff like that. But I didn't want to. Well, the guy down in Florida got a mob channel and everything, and he was bashing Mike Francis all the time. And he wanted me to go on the channel and get up there and bash Mike Francis and call Mike Francis a liar. And he was gung-ho, like all his videos. And he had a lot of subscribers. And he would just, all his thumbnails was he was just bashing. He saw a couple things, some of my videos, and, he emailed me or whatever. And we had a little communication. But I was like, I don't take any glory in just constantly, So if I prove that Mike Francis was lying, who cares? The guy was a capo. The guy was who cares? It wasn't like Mother Teresa told a lie. I mean, come on. And they would trip out about it and stuff like that. I'm not going to put all that energy. But yeah, there was, in answering your question, there was. And he had a guy from the Medellin drug cartel for cocaine. He had a guy, a friend of his, on the channel who was a cool dude. He should have had his own channel. And he would tell all the stories about running all that cocaine all over the world. But, I don't really, if that was, if there was a mob guy, a high profile guy, they wouldn't want me to be a co-host because I might not follow along with their script. I might not follow around. I'm not a kiss ass. They might just say I'm not, So people get, everybody's got their own agenda and they're just doing fine. And I don't know if I can enhance somebody's mob channel or whatever by whatever information I have. I don't really know if there's a market segment demographic for that. It might be crickets. That might be a zero. So, that's the way I look at that. But I'm not that hell-bent on all of that stuff. I'll tell stories. This is just not a mob channel. My channel's not just a mob channel. I try to tell other, different content, which I've been on this little kick for a while. Stories. I've been on this tangent for a little while, but my channel is not going to be defined as an organized crime channel. I'm not going to trip out on that like that. Yeah, it gets more subscribers, it gets more views, everything else, and I got to ride the pony as long as I can while building up subscribers and viewers that like other content. So it's a marketing strategy, which I happen to have a degree in. Yeah, Leon. Leon, is that a military picture? My glasses. That's right, Trenchy. And if you're good enough and you got good enough chops, you should be able, just from your personality and if you're likable and your personality and people like to sit down and chill with you, you could talk about anything on your channel. People just want to chill with you for a while. I got to use these strategies to try to get those people in there just to like me, and them just like me, and then they'll listen to what I have to say. Maybe that's a million miles down the road because it might be just organized crime stories or bust. But I could just go along and see how it goes. I'm not psychic. So, that's that. See, you guys could be in here claiming to be these people and all this and that, and then you want to do, you know, I have respect for you, Leon, and everything else, but I'm not into talking on the phone and that kind of stuff. I'm not in. Let me build up a little bit here, bro. Let me build up. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you understand. I'm not a prudy guy. Well, whatever that means, the dark side and all that, that's your business. That's your business. I don't know what that means. I don't need to know what it means. All I do is what I do here, and whatever that goes on over there, rock and roll. Go ahead and rock and roll. I still, I gotta do my channel. I ain't got time or energy for all of the sidebar stuff. I appreciate the time and the comments and everything else, but you know, I don't need to know what the dark side means or whatever, if there's something, if that's positive or not. But it is what it is. My dark side, not into like me personally as a dark side. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of, I've been seeing that there's a lot of that out there, bro. There's a lot of that out there. Luna Centaur, okay. I'm not trying to be an a-hole or anything like that. It's just that when I wrap the video up, that's a wrap. I don't do any extra energies on any of that. I just go on. I divorce myself from my channel, and then I just go on in the world, and I don't do anything like that. But, you know, down the road maybe, and you know, and I get more tech savvy, and I could put somebody in here and that. Yeah, we could chop it up, bounce it back and forth and everything like that. But I can't put my mind into that right now like that. But down the road, I'm open. I'm not a prude. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. So I appreciate I appreciate you 100%. And there's some old timers out there that are still alive, 85 years old, but all the old gangsters are dying off. They're already dead. And I'd like to provide a couple of good old stories. I've heard some things, and I want to corroborate whether they're true or not, because I try to give as much, you know, truthfulness as I possibly know for the truth to be. I could be telling something that I think is the truth, and I might not, because I just got some information, because I didn't actually see it with my own eyes. So we all have to just take things with a grain of salt, have a little discretion, and not believe everything you see or hear. But I think entertaining stories about certain high-profile gangsters that my viewers might gotta ride this. I gotta ride the gangster theme and that, but I'm gonna just do a couple other ones, maybe keep the thing going, but I'm not a one-trick pony. I'm good enough to tell other stories on different topics and informative or entertaining or anything else. And I'm confident. And I get my mommy in there. Sorry, mama. So that's that. I love you all. People could talk smack about me. That's fine. You guys have been nice, and I appreciate your support and everything. But maybe in another time down the road, we can, you know, talk about things like that. But you know, you come through life and you're around certain things like that. You still maintain a little reservation about things. I'm an open guy and everything else, but you still feel a little reserved of stuff. It gets in your DNA after a while where, you know, I like doing my channel and Maybe it's therapeutic for me. Give myself therapy. Kill some time. So, yeah, Trenchy. Someone else would have. Someone else would have that comment. You know, and if people don't know, it's a long thing, so they probably don't. And you know, whether you're academically, academic achievements, I have degrees in marketing management, psychology, verbal communications, accounting. I got degrees, but who cares? I was able to learn certain things, but I have a little bank of knowledge about a lot of different stuff and things like that. It don't make me or break me. All right, Jimmy, I love you, buddy. I'll be seeing you this fall. Stay great and stay being the king, my brother. My brother. So that's good, Jimmy. That's good. This is a long video, and it's a milestone for me, bro. So I'll talk to you later. So, geez, I'm sweating. Out of the FBI spotlight. Where were you? And this and that. It's like those old movies when you're in the room and they got you under the light, and you're going, I don't remember where I was. I don't remember. These lights. My lighting is bad. This is my studio. I don't have a microphone. It's a computer, and it's just I don't have an introduction with a big introduction that's edited. Am I on that? Am I on? Or where's my light? Am I on? You know, and that's it. People like all the fluff and bells, whistles, and that. Whatever. If I build up to that, I build up to that. I ain't tripping. I ain't sweating on it. If my people come in and enjoy me, I enjoy my 40 subscribers. I enjoy you guys. That's all. I already won. We could chop things up and this is one-on-one. That's cool. Yeah, I could think up. You know, I could be creative. I could probably create awesome introductions to my video and. But I'm there yet. I don't care to be there yet. I'm liking up the damn video and all that technical stuff. So come on. Am I on yet? Oh, geez. Am I on yet? Is it skipping? Is the video skipping because my streaming is screwed up? Yeah, I'm the lowest guy on the planet. But I'm still trying to get there, and I'm getting there. So we'll get there. I'm glad you people understand. I'm glad you accept me like that. I can't, these glasses. Oh, right. Yeah. You know, so I could doctor it up a little bit for the visual stuff, but you know, if people like you, they like you. Or they want to hear it. They can understand that, you know, maybe I'm on a shoestring budget and I can't pull all that stuff off. So you tell old crime stories, it doesn't mean you're rich. So I thank you, everybody. And Trenchy, thank you, brother. Leon Swan, the man, and thank you. Served in the military. I'm from a military family, and I respect all the soldiers and everybody that took time out to represent our country. And I did some other videos and stuff like that. And so I think I'm going to wrap it up. Leon Swan, the Trenchy. Thank you, folks. Thank you. I really appreciate it with all my heart. This was a monumental day on my channel, and it motivates me to keep going. And I interacted with a couple cool cats. And life is good. Life is good. See, I got there. Never give up, folks. That's what I tell the people. Don't give up. Don't give up. That's all. Don't give up no matter what you're doing. Thank you, Trenchy. You stay great, my good man. And you know, that's why I integrate the spirituality in there. So yeah. So here we go. Be the kings and queens of your world. Stay great. Stay blessed. And the world is a vampire, but you can fight back. You can pick yourself up and stay great. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. So I have a video. Thank you, everybody. Leon, Trenchy, and the rest of you that will see this video once I upload it. God bless you, and I'll check in with you next time. Thanks for all your support.